Do you want to decorate your house with the top 10 trends that are hot right now for this year? The latest inspirations, ideas for your house, for your apartment, so you can decorate and still save money on your decoration. Today's video is really special. You can't miss these tips that I'm going to share with you right now. Hey guys, how are you? I'm Edipo, an architect, and I want to show you and talk a little bit right now. In this video, the top 10 interior design trends for you to decorate your home this year, right at the beginning of the year here, and even better, saving money. These are decorations that you might have already been considering during your renovation or while building your house. But I'm gonna give you a different perspective that will help you save money. Tile, floor and wall in the bathrooms, the same one, the same tile, the one you used on your floor, you will use on the walls. That's exactly what you heard. We have a rise in decoration, good engagement. Let's talk about the people who are really enjoying it, the customers. Use the same coating on the floor, okay? Use the same one on the walls. But there's a big difference here. Usually, what goes on the bathroom floor is satin finished. And there are many clients and many projects that usually use the same one, right? The same satin finished porcelain tile on the wall. Some clients prefer the shinier, more polished one for the wall. But what's interesting is to use the same floor tile model on the wall, even if it's in different sizes. For example, you can use a 90 by 90 on your floor, and on the wall, maybe a 60 by 90. However, it's the same tile model, the same porcelain tile model. Almost all brands have this style of porcelain tile model. There's one size for the floor and another for the wall. Or you can use the same 90 by 90 size on both the floor and the wall. But that's a style, it's a big trend, right? For those who are already used to it. People are already used to seeing this style of decoration, but it's coming on strong now and it's going to look really cool. If you do it, use the same covering on the floor and on the wall of your bathroom. Shades of Greige in the paint of your house. It had already been very strong some time ago, and this year it came back in full force. In the paint, in the colors of your house. You must be wondering, right? Edipo, what are Greige tones? Those of you who have been following me here for a long time know that when I bring you content suggesting colors for you to paint your house inside and out, I always talk about Greige tones for you, okay? But just to sum it up, just to make it easy for us to understand, what is a Greige tone? Imagine if you don't like a shade of gray, which I doubt because gray tones are very beautiful, or if you don't like beige tones. Yeah, Edipo, I don't like gray tones and I don't like beige tones either. But I also don't want to leave my whole house white. That's where the Greige tones come in, which is, Edipo, a middle ground in my opinion. Between a gray tone and a beige tone, and when you don't want to leave everything white, that's when the Greige tones come in. There are several beautiful colors, very pretty, light tones, medium tones that you can combine these colors to paint your house inside and also outside, okay? They work for both situations, not just inside your house. There are videos here on the channel, and I'll even leave some links for you in the description to some videos I've already made for you with trending colors for this year, maybe to help you choose the color, right? The painting of your house. And if you still want a suggestion, tips, my opinions, color combinations for you to paint the outside area of your house, the facade of your house, I have an ebook with 10 special combinations, and I'll also leave the link here in the description for you. Industrial concept with exposed concrete, floor and wall, and I'll go even further, okay? A project where you use exposed concrete on the floor, the wall, and the ceiling, as long as it's a light shade of exposed concrete, and then you suddenly choose a wall there in your space, in your living room, that big spacious living room of yours with a double height ceiling, right? Connected to the kitchen, you go there and apply it, right? You apply burnt cement to the floor, wall, and ceiling, then add black frames, correct? Suddenly the details of the door frame as well. Ah yes, Edipo, I like my black countertop which match my gray shade too. From our polished concrete, it looks so luxurious. You have no idea. I've already shown you here on the channel some projects that I've done, that I've designed, and that I've executed. using polished concrete in this industrial style all the way through. Let's put it that way. Floor, wall, and ceiling, all polished concrete with black details. Okay, if you look at the older videos here, you'll see that. But this is a style I wanted to show you which is really trending and will be highly valued this year. And you can decorate your house and be very successful by choosing this decoration concept here. Minimalist environment. In other words, less is more. You know that concept of decorating only with the basics, just what's necessary. Yes, less is more. The minimalist style is really popular. It's still trending. Let's put it that way. It's a style that a lot of people like to use to decorate their house, their apartment, their space, their bedroom, their living room. Anyway, why? Because you only use this style of decoration when you're decorating a space, a house, an apartment, and you use the minimalist style. We only put the necessary items in this project. There are the essential items and those everyday necessary items, okay? I'm not going to tell you that the minimalist style will take the sofa out of your living room. That's not it. I'm not going to tell you that the minimalist style will take your television out of your living room. That's not it. Minimalism is just you saying it this way. I want a clean design. I want a clean project with soft colors, okay? Instead of having a television panel with a rack with a lot of detail, I just want the rack there simple and the television, I don't want a panel. That's a minimalist concept, right? So it's becoming really popular. It's coming in as a very strong trend now for this year. And it can definitely be a good suggestion for you. Vases with plants all around the house. In other words, you fill your home's decor with plants, with plant vases. Who wouldn't like to have contact with nature, with vegetation, with plants? With a vertical balcony garden, decorative vases, and natural or artificial plants, why not use artificial ones too? That pleasant feeling we get from having contact with nature. That's why I'm bringing up this topic, this item for you here. I'm saying, imagine you have a console table in your entryway. You have that little coffee console table. You have your television stand. You have a shelf in your suite, in your bedroom, or even in your kitchen. Why not put some plant pots there, right? To bring more life to your space. If you have time to take care of them, right, Edipo? I have enough time here so I can put natural plants. Great, it'll be even better. Right, Edipo? My life's busy and I don't have much time, but you can put an artificial plant there. You'll see that feeling you have in your daily life there, right? Spending time in your environment will be much better. Simply by the contact you'll have with vegetation, with plants, this can be solved just by placing plant pots around your house. Wooden flooring, now in light tones. Regardless of whether it's vinyl flooring, laminate, or porcelain tile. Well, the flooring that imitates wood, right? Whether it's vinyl, laminate, or even porcelain tile, in stronger colors, right? That deep red, that really dark tone, right? Imbuya, mahogany, and so on. It's very common. We see it in many projects out there. I've done several myself here on the channel, and I've already shown you in my clients' houses. Now, what's coming back strong and is really trending this year are still the wood tones, but in lighter colors. In colors that will bring you a sense of cleanliness. Not cleaning as in dirtying the floor and all, but a visual cleanliness. That cleaner environment picking up on the minimalist vibe here, right? That brighter environment with lighter colors. Imagine the floor in your house, right? In your living room, your bedrooms, the kitchen, you put in a wood look porcelain tile, right? That imitates wood with a light tone and you use greige tones on the walls. Look, what a perfect combination. I'm already giving you a tip here on how to combine materials for your decoration. Light wood tone flooring and you use greige colors on the wall, is that right? So write this down too, because this tip here, this item, using a light wood tone floor is super trendy this year. Lighting with a dimmer, what is that, Ed? What is lighting with a dimmer, which we already know a lot about? However, it's really gaining a lot of traction this year. Well, we're in that era, right? In the tech era, you can control lights with a phone app. You just call Alexa's name in your living room and she turns things on, turns things off. She does a bunch of stuff. But a lot of people forget that using lighting, for example, in a television room, in your bedroom or in a hallway, with a dimmer, right? Or with a stronger one, let's put it that way. Let's say your light is brighter or dimmer, okay? That's using lighting with a dimmer. Want to see a really cool and practical situation you can have right there in your house, in your television room, okay? At Depot, I only have one room here, plus my dining room, kitchen, and a combined living and television room. So in this area of your television room, you had to put a ceiling light to illuminate this space of yours, right? A sturdy light fixture that works and meets your needs here. But when it's time to watch your television, man, at Depot, I only have this lighting option here. Try installing it with a dimmer. You can control it through your app or even with the switch over there. And then you lower, okay, the brightness of the lighting. Sometimes you can turn it up bright to light up everything, but when you're watching something, you can go and lower the brightness of your lighting. And it creates a pleasant lighting. It creates a really cool ambient lighting, giving you a better experience when you're watching television in your living room. Okay, so sometimes it's something that goes unnoticed, right? Oh, everything is high-tech, everything is on Alexa, everything is on the app, and so on. But let's not forget to also add this accessory, this extra item to our lighting, which makes a big difference in your daily life television wall. Interesting, right? Without the panel, that's exactly what you heard. Instead of decorating your television room with a bunch of stuff, right? A slatted panel, which I find beautiful. A smooth panel, but with shelves and plants, which I also think is really cool. But there's also a great option, which is simply to put the television stand there at the bottom part of your television wall. Whether the television stand is directly on the floor or a floating stand, the one on the wall that leaves the space underneath free, but without a panel. It's just your television stand and your television there. And then you leave the television wall smooth, clean, maybe with wallpaper. Very soft, very clean, very neat, or even just with paint. That's a really cool decoration. This is a really strong trend that's coming in hot this year and makes you think, and it even helps you save money, right? A lot of times people think like this: no, I want that panel I saw at someone's house, that I saw on the internet, that I even saw a Depot here talking about. But just leaving the television wall plain with nothing on it, just your television and your panel, also looks really nice. A shower enclosure up to the ceiling in your bathroom is a really cool trend, and it's a very good option that looks really nice in your bathroom. Espo, I can't install a shower enclosure up to the ceiling in my bathroom due to poor ventilation in the shower area. I agree with you that this option will only be viable, in my opinion, if you have a nice big window in your bathroom, right? So you can have good air circulation while you're taking a shower. There's no reason to build the shower enclosure up to the ceiling if there's no window for steam to escape, right? But let's talk about the concept of a shower enclosure up to the ceiling, considering that in this situation, you have a good window and good air circulation in your bathroom. Having that, if you have this window, let's build the shower enclosure up to the ceiling, all right? The decoration visually, when you look at your shower enclosure up to the ceiling instead of stopping at that standard height, is much more beautiful. It looks much nicer. Also, thinking about when you have it, remember what we talked about in the first item, which is the same floor covering going up the wall. Imagine that you use a shade of gray for your tiles, light tones, or beige tones for your coverings. And you add the shower enclosure frame and all the black fixtures, right? Look at what a beautiful combination you'll have in your bathroom, okay? So the idea of installing the shower enclosure all the way up to the ceiling is really good. It's really worth it. It looks nice. I've already had experiences, projects that I've done here that I've already shown you here on the channel. The shower enclosure reached the ceiling and the client loved it. So it's a great suggestion for you. And the linen wallpaper. The wallpaper with a linen finish, which is also an excellent trend, is a great option. This one, I can tell you that it gives a highlight, it brings lightness, it lifts up your space, okay? Think with me, didn't I tell you here, look, the television wall should be a panel? Oh yes, but I didn't like it, it was too plain and simple. Linen wallpaper, look how interesting that is. Look at the situation where you decorate this wall. You don't visually overload the decoration of your wall, of your house, and at the same time it's cheap. Imagine the comparison between a wooden panel and wallpaper. Look at the difference in cost you would have to invest in a panel compared to just wallpaper. However, it's not just any wallpaper, it's linen wallpaper, which has a linen finish. When you run your hand over it, you can feel that texture. That's cool, that's modern, that's a trend for decorating. It's not that old-fashioned floral wallpaper full of flowers and landscapes. No, that's not good. I don't think that's right. Linen wallpaper is nice to use. And I'll also leave for you here in the description of this video some models that I like to use in my projects to serve as examples for you. So guys, did you write down the 10 main interior design trends you need to know that you just learned here with me? This video shares the latest 2025 home ideas and inspiration to help you decorate. If you're in the renovation phase, researching decoration styles, objects, and ideas to decorate your house, your living room, your bedroom, your bathroom, here's an excellent video to open your mind, give you options, and give you decorations to decorate your home. I hope you guys enjoyed it, liked it. If you've made it this far in the video and you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to our channel, like this video, okay? Also, leave your comment here. What did you think of these 10 inspirations I brought for you here now? All right, I'll see you in our next video. Take care.